How are we doing, folks? Right, I've just literally jumped in the shed, stuck my wood turning top on, because I'm in the middle of editing a video for you guys, and I'm making a lidded pot. And for some reason, I've lost the beginning part of the video. I haven't lost much, hardly anything really, but just really the beginning part, which tells you kind of what I'm doing. So I've had to kind of just run in the shed. I'd rather just do it in the shed. I mean, I could have videoed it in the house, but I don't know. I felt like coming in the shed and doing it. So, sorry about the randomness, but what I'm doing is, I don't know if you remember, I bought some blanks. I bought some blanks, some bowl blanks from the States, and from a company called woodturnings.com, and they're blanks like this. So it's a big bowl blank. I've got another one here which we'll make, and then I've got the one that I've done the pot with. So that's the one I'm making this pot out of. It's like a nice lidded pot that we're going to make today. So yeah, that's it really. So I've just literally come in the shed just to do the beginning part of this video. I'll take the footage back, finish the video, and get it up for you guys to view. So there we go. So sorry to ramble on. Anyway, I will leave you with my other self, who did this video about a week ago now. So hope you enjoy it. I'll see you soon. I've just chopped the edges off, just so get rid of the sharp corners, make it a little bit easier for me, that's all. Now I'm going to keep the speed down fairly low to start, just so I can get going and start to create some kind of shape. Once you've kind of got a little bit of a shape going on, you can then fire up the lathe a little bit more. We've got this, you know, a bit more round, so that's ideal now where we want it to be. I've just put a little tenon on here so I can flip this over, and then what we can do is we can get this lid finished in the lathe then. So I'm just going to part it off now, probably around about here I'd say. So I'll mark that off here with the pencil. So say around about here. Right, so you can see that there. So that's probably where we want to take the lid off, and then we can finish the lid, and that'll leave us with a fairly good base then. Right, let's do that. Okay, so the lid is getting ready now for a bit of sanding sealer, but it looks a little bit boring at the moment, and well, I don't do boring, so I'm going to try and put some bits and pieces in it, some lines, and mess about with it on the inside of the lid. I know it's only the inside of the lid, but I'm just going to try something different. There. So I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it's not different in the sense that I've obviously done it before, but I like it to look different. I don't want it to be plain. I want it to have something about it. So, and again, yeah, they're only little grooved lines, but it's just a bit different. So it's just got something in it, and that's what I like, and that's what I want to do, and that's what I want to create. Is I want to create something that when you take the lid off, you go, whoa, I like that. You know, rather than just taking the lid off and probably not saying anything, just going, oh, you know, it's a lid. And it is still a lid. But I reckon the reaction of taking the lid off, when you've got little lines in it like that, just might be a little bit more, you know, whoa, that looks great. I like the lines. I don't know. I think it looks good. So this is from Chestnut. This is Cellulose sanding sealer. So I'm going to apply a bit of this now. Now, normally you should probably apply two coats minimum, but if you want to put a third coat on, then you can. And again, depending upon the wood and the product that you're doing, you can apply this, you know, without the lathe running, or you can apply it with the lathe running. And it's entirely up to you. So I do a bit of both. Give it another sand down. And each time I sand it, I go higher with the grit. And again, it depends upon what wood you're using and what project you're doing, which establishes really what grit you start at. Because when I'm doing my pencil projects, I have to start with quite a high grit, and I sand that really fast so as not to sort of smear the pencils. But this is a little bit different, so I've sort of started on 150. And I've jumped in at no, did I start at 150? What was that? Where is it? I lied, I started on 180. And now I'm going with the little sand pads now, and I'm sort of getting up to 240 grit. So I'm going to apply another coat of sand and sealer. This is the second coat. Sanded right up now to about 400 grit now. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply some Yorkshire grit. Now I'm going to put that on with the lathe off, and I'm going to be fairly generous with the Yorkshire grit as well. So I'm just going to get that all over the place. Just going to rub it all in. This is really great stuff. If you haven't used this Yorkshire grit before, and again you're thinking about getting some, then I definitely would recommend picking some up. Most places sell Yorkshire grit, and even if you're in the States you can get hold of it. I get quite a lot of my bits and pieces from the States, so now when you've got doing sort of projects with like grooves in them or holes, what I found is a really great product is a little mini compressor. Now this is a fantastic little machine. It's only a tiny one. I will show you this just quickly. So this is what I have down here. It's a little mini compressor. Now I found this invaluable. It's absolutely amazing. Not only is it great, see I've just got it up here and I've used this little hole part of the lathe and just stick it in there. But it's great because not only will it get out all the bits and pieces in here like dust from the sanding and maybe a bit of Yorkshire grit you can get out. It also helps you clean up as well, so you know, there you go, job done. If you've got a bit of mess around, it is really quite handy, so I would definitely recommend that. So that's just a great added tool to your workshop really. Mini compressor, wasn't that expensive. If I can find where I got it from, I'll put a link down, but literally you just got to search mini compressor really. I probably got it off of eBay, knowing me. Okay, so we've done the Yorkshire grit and that's come up really nice, and for the finish I'm going to be using the Sheila wax, which is a friction polish, Woodturner's friction polish. I can only find this at one place in the UK, and that's at Tool Post. Again, I'll leave a link below, but it's mainly available in the States, I think. There's not many people around here that sell it, which is weird really. I would have thought that all the wood turning shops would get this. So if any of you are watching this, Axminster Tools, I presume you sell finishes. John Davis, come on John, get this stuff in. Ed Oliver, come on guys, get this stuff in. This is fantastic stuff. You know, I'm sure you can buy it in bulk from the States. It really is good. I mean, there's some fantastic products around, and I know lots of them from the UK as well. Some of them I've used, but this is really great. It's, you know, it's a good little product. So I think definitely, guys, get your hands on this if you can. And I'll show you what it does. So here we go. So I'll get this on with the lathe going, and then we just push it in quite hard. Just give that a rub in whilst the lathe's spinning. And then here I'll see if I can get it into the grooves. Just using my fingers really. That's one coat, so I'll just put another one on. There we go, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. That's a combination there of the Yorkshire grit, which again, I would definitely recommend getting. Fantastic. And the Sheila wax. This is really great. So this will finish up anything that you're doing. And it really does give a fantastic polish and shine to the to your products. So get some of this stuff. It's not that expensive either, and it lasts ages, and you don't need a lot of it. So there we go. So I think that is pretty much the lid finished. Now what we'll do is we will now flip the base, put the base back in. So we'll take this out, and now it's just going to be quite a nice sized pot really. As you can see, I haven't finished the outside yet. It's going to get a little bit thinner, but yeah, this is It's really nice. Okay, so it's looking good. Base is almost finished. The lid is almost finished. Before I do the final touches, I'm going to hollow out the inside and get rid of all the bulk that we don't need. So I've just popped the lid off, and I'm just going to do that now. Okay, so unfortunately the camera wasn't recording, which is an absolute pain in the buttocks, unfortunately, so sorry about that. But I've hollowed out the inside almost now. I'm just going to start sort of finishing off. I've got a little bit more to go, but not much, and then a bit of finishing, so sorry about that. Okay, so this is almost finished now. Excuse the hair. Okay, so we're almost finished with this pot. Just got to put the final finish on, which I'm going to use the Sheila wax. And I said earlier on, this is a really great product, so go out and buy some of this. I need to find a lid for this, so I'll show you what it looks like at the moment. This is without the final finish. So there it is. It's quite a slim line pot, but it's quite a large one. So you need to find a lid. The way I've designed this, and you know, you can make lids out of obviously the wood if you wanted to, but it didn't really have a lot of room on this one to do that. So I need to find a lid, well, a knob to go on the top, should I say. Now I've got various little different knobs that I've found. Stop it. But I think this one might be quite fitting. It's a crystal, glass crystal, and I think that might just look quite nice on there. So I'm going to play around with this. So I'm going to see if I can get this to fit on here, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so the lid, the knob for the lid fits fairly well, so I've checked that out, that's okay. So now I'm just going to finish this off with the Sheila wax, and we do need to flip it over as well, so I'm going to have to do that as well. So let's get on and do that. Well, that's what we've got so far. So what we've got to do now is, because I've screwed this into here, I'm going to need to finish off the base. So I'm going to unscrew this. Now I think some black milliput might look quite nice in these holes. Right, I was just checking that I didn't just drill right through to the to the other side, but I didn't. I had this fear that I'd just gone right through, but I haven't, so that's good. That would have been a bit of a disaster if I'd have done that. So I'm ready to fill in the milliput now, so I'll do that. Now last time I didn't wait for this to go completely dry, because normally what I'll do is I'll leave this overnight, but I didn't wait to go completely dry last time, and when I was turning it to get the excess milliput out, I made a little bit of a pattern accidentally, and I did have a comment from somebody saying, now you've got to try and do that every single time. And yeah, I agree. I will try and do that again if I can. I don't know who that was from, but I agree with you. I would like to try and do that again. And it was because it was a little bit wet, I think, when I went to turn it off. I believe, anyway. It might not be right, but... Right, there we go. So I've just got the... just squeezed it all in the hole. I'm just going to let that set. So, I mean, you don't really need a lot at all to do this. I mean, I took off a tiniest little bit and I'm still left with loads left over. So, right, there we go. So we'll just leave that to set now. Right, so this is dried up. I've already got rid of the excess milliput and just put a bit of Yorkshire grit on it. So I'm just going to finish it off now with some of the Sheila wax, and we are done. I don't know if I can make this swirly mark again, but I'm going to give it a go now because it's not completely dry. There we go. There's the bottom finished off. Quite nice, that is. Okay folks, I have finished the pot. There we go. I hope you like it. It's got quite a nice crystal knob on the top. Opens up fairly well, I think. Oh, it's a little bit stiff, but so there's the inside finish. And say, see, putting these lines in does make it, you know, a little bit different, doesn't it? There's the inside. This is quite a larger, well, it's a much larger pot than I normally make. And then you've got the grooves in here which will match kind of the inside there. Fits fairly well. This doesn't match up brilliantly, the lines, although that side does match up quite well. But then when you turn it around here, it doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. What am I on about? It does match up. I didn't think it did. Okay, so it matches up, which I planned all along. So the lines run down here to the wood, which is quite nice. So there we go. I don't know why I'm sort of stretching up. I'll just bring this down a bit. That'd be better. I'm on tiptoes then. And then you've got the bottom, which I finished off with a larger emblem this time. You can see that in there. And then you've got the milliput, which I tried to get that effect. I think it started to go, but I didn't quite get it. And then I've got the burning in here as well, so I burnt the lines in there as well. So there it is. Hope you like that one. I'll put some stills up as always. So there we go. Hope you like it, guys. It's polished up fairly well. As I say, I'll leave the link below for the for all the products that I've used as well on this video. Somebody did mention to me, oh, you know, could you leave a bit more of a description of all the stuff that you use? So yeah, I'm sorry about that. I think that's probably a good idea actually. So thanks to whoever said that. What I'll probably try to do is, if I can, if I don't forget, I will leave like a little list, kind of like a shopping list, for those of you that would want to, you know, try something like this or whatever I'm making, of what you need or what I'm using. I'll try my best for you anyway. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for sticking with me, and thanks for all my new subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. It's fantastic to have such a great audience, and I really enjoy doing this, and I really enjoy this. I really do enjoy doing this for you guys as well. So I mean, I do it for myself obviously because that's what I love doing. I love wood turning, but it's just really nice to be able to show my work to everyone across the world, and that's quite nice to be able to have viewers across the world watching some of the bits and pieces that I make. So yeah, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for all my new subscribers, and thanks for all your comments, likes, dislikes, whatever. I love it all. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you for the next video. Cheers. Right, now I'm going indoors. Rocky. So I can go to bed. Hope you enjoyed the vid.